Hey everybody, welcome to another Fortress Comics review discussion. I haven't done one of these in a while, especially for a comic. So I'm going to go over kind of the basics of how we do comic reviews here. I don't give scores. Just we're going to talk about how I feel about the book, and I'm going to give an overall feeling, which is basically a skip it, buy it, or it's worth your time. And I think it's worth your time is kind of in the middle of skip it and buy it. And today's review discussion is going to be about Snow Angels #1, written by Jeff Lemire with art by Jock and letters by Steve Wands. This is a Comixology Originals published book. You're going to be able to get it on Comixology either through I think it's a $3.99 purchase, or if you're a Comixology Unlimited subscriber, which I highly recommend. If you like digital comics, it's worth your money. Not a sponsor. It'll be available February 16th. So let's jump into what this book's all about. So at its core, it's about this family. They live in what is called a trench. And the trench is exactly as it sounds. It's a trench surrounded by walls of snow. And they live by 3 basic rules, which is believe in the trench provides, never leave the trench, death is outside of the trench, and the trench never ends. So do not search for the end of the trench. That way lies madness. And we meet this family, father and his 2 daughters, and they're out hunting, and it's a special birthday. I don't want to get too much into the story, but that's kind of the premise of where we are dropped in this book. And then, we get some of the backstory of it. We learn that they believe that if they leave the trench, not only will they die immediately, but there's also someone called the Snowman out there. That's basically their boogeyman that'll kill them or maim them or do something with them. And this is all based on basic fear and mythology inside this world. And then we get comments of the Colden ones, which we don't know exactly what they are. We're led to believe basically they're people before whatever the event that caused this world were. And they were people of advanced science, which they believe to be magic. And you can see artifacts of that lying around. So, I mean, that's kind of that's the world we're in right now. With that, the story being told here is, at least in this first issue, not really groundbreaking. It's a family, and they go hunting, and then something happens in the end that kind of creates the drama. And I don't want to give that away because spoilers. And with that, I think the story, all in all, I was... being a big fan of both Jock and Jeff Lemire, I wasn't too happy with it. I think as a first issue, it did do the first issue what it needs to do. It set up the world, showed us our characters, created the drama. So for that, it succeeds. It's a solid first issue for that. For me, though, I'm reading it and I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I've seen this story before, but it's Jeff Lemire writing it. So I want to say for this issue, I wasn't over the moon with what I got, but I have faith that there's going to be a turn somewhere, whether it's issue 2 or 3, that's really going to pull me into why this is different. So the story gets kind of a not, I'm going to say a good. I mean, it's not bad. It's not meh, but it's not amazing. It's something that I believe I've seen before, and that could change on issue 2. But currently, we are talking about issue 1. So with that, quickly, Steve Wands' letter. I think the best compliment I can give any letterer, and this is coming from experience, somebody who's lettered his own stuff, is the lettering worked. It flowed with the story, and I didn't notice it as much. If I wasn't actually going in and looking for it, it would have just been It would have been the lettering. And I think that's what a letter should do. I think a letter is a thankless job, and that when you do it right, I shouldn't notice it, but when you do it wrong, it stands out. And so Steve Wands does his job here, and good for him. And then the final is Jock with the art. My experience with Jock over the years has been basically Batman and witches, and I'm sure there's other things here and there that he's done that I just can't point out right this second. So a lot of very dark and gritty stuff. So at its face, there's more color here than I'm used to with Jock. So it was a bit of a weird thing with his art, but I liked it. I thought I want to see his art done with more color more often now. I mean, I loved his stuff in Witches. The darkness really lends to his style, but I thought this did too. I mean, it's obviously a lot of white because we're in a snow-ridden planet or area or whatever it is, and we got some colors with the different characters in the sky, and I thought that in itself was something new for Jacques, for me. So I really liked it. I thought it showcased his art a little bit better than maybe his Batman stuff did, or Witches did in particular. So the art gets a astounding A+ for me. I really loved it. So all in all, is this a skip? Is it worth your time, or should you buy it? This is tough because it is on Comixology Unlimited. So if you are a Comixology Unlimited person, it's worth your time. I mean, it's essentially free at that point. So why not check it out? And I think, and like I said earlier, I think the issue 2 is going to pull more of the story in and really show us why this is something unique and different. So all in all, I would keep it at that. It's worth your time. If you can get your hands on it, or you're a big enough Lemire Jock fan, check it out. With the warning that it's probably going to take a few issues to really suck you in. It's not the first issue that like makes me want more immediately, which is the one downfall to this issue. But all in all, I definitely do recommend it to the fans of him. To everybody else who maybe isn't a huge Lemire or Jock fan, maybe wait, see how people feel after issue 2 or 3, and if it really does something that stands out, and in that case, I would give it a wait. And if you're not a digital person, then you're waiting a while, because it's probably going to take a good year before it gets printed in Dark Horse. So I'll say all in all, I liked it. I didn't love it. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you all enjoyed this review conversation. I hope to do more of these moving forward. I'm starting to get more review books in, so hopefully I can have more lead time to do these. Everybody check out the comments down below. Talk about it. If this is after the fact and you've read the book, let me know how you felt. And if you want to keep getting these videos, hit that subscribe button, or the bell notification button next to it. And a nice thumbs up is always appreciated as well. And make sure to check out the podcast and everything else we have going on in Fortress Comics. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. See you.